Happy Foodie Friday, everybody. Actually, happy Fish Friday, because we're back here at the Hamilton Market, learning all about curing fish with the man himself, Josh, or as he goes by, Joshy's Good Eats downstairs here at the market. How you doing, Joshy?
Excellent. How are you doing?
Good to see you, pal.
Good to see you.
This is a whole new world. I know nothing about this world.
Yep.
Curing fish.
Right. Now, what I do, I specifically do a Scandinavian form of cured fish called gravlax. Gravlax is a specifically deals in salmon. The word itself means salmon of the ground. Grav, ground, lax, salmon in Swedish.
Okay.
But it's a Scandinavian technique which basically goes hundreds of years back, where they would take a piece of fish and salmon, they would fillet it, they would wash it with aquavit, and then they would bury it by the tree line, so the natural sugars from the root vegetables and the soil and the salts coming from the ocean, from the beach, would naturally ferment it.
Is this salmon?
This is trout. So
Okay.
I
Difference
use
between salmon and trout.
salmon and trout. You can say they're kind of cousin fish.
Yeah.
It's not the same fish, obviously. This is a lake trout, right? I also use a ocean salmon, an Atlantic salmon from BC. So I do two types of salmon, two types of trout, but I do the same technique. Trout is leaner. It's a smaller fish.
I think I like it better, to be totally honest.
Well, I do too,
Yeah.
which is one of the reasons I've been doing gravlax style salmon lox for many years, but I've always wanted to get into doing trout because it's an Ontario product and it's local.
So you've just washed that with, that's
With
a
gin,
right?
yes, and this
Okay.
is, I actually use Ontario gin too. This is the Sleeman family's spring mill distillery gin. The gin starts the fermentation process, kind of cleans it, starts the process, kind of gives a nice little kiss and a kickoff.
Once you've got that done, what's in the bowl here?
The next step, this is the actual cure itself. This is a 50-50 kosher salt and brown sugar cure. What I do is I basically just take the crust, make a full, complete crust on top of the fish.
And how long does that stay on there for?
That's going to sit on there for 72 hours.
And what's it doing when it's on there?
So what it's doing is basically, it's fermenting, right? So it's fermenting the fish, it's curing the fish. By curing, you're basically, in essence, kind of leapfrogging over, in a very simple way of saying it, you're leapfrogging over the rot stage. And it's basically, in a more particular way of saying it, it's kind of a cold cook. I guess that's probably the best way to kind of describe it. It's a cold cook.
This would go in the fridge and sit there for 72 hours. So you're
right.
always working that many days ahead to get set for,
Exactly.
for let's say the weekend here, because it's Friday today.
That's right.
Saturday here at the market are the busier time,
That's right.
So you're getting set for that. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Again, the market is open. We were here earlier this week. It's open Tuesdays, Thursdays, right through Saturday. Maybe we'll show some of the completed cured fish, some of the
Absolutely.
different flavors that you have.
Most definitely.
And we can get into that, maybe try a thing or two. We come back. Joshy's Good Eats, the market, Morning Live. We have cured our fish. Now it's time to slice it up. Back here at Joshy's Good Eats in the market in Hamilton, back with Joshy himself. What do you have here, Joshy? What's this one?
So what I'm doing right now is after the 72-hour cure, the salt and sugar cure, I then dress it depending upon the flavor. Like this is a lemon and dill crusted salmon, very classic flavor. And I dress it with the final curing spices or herbs or what have you for another 48 hours. After that 48 hours, I then slice it.
And you're slicing it so thinly.
Yeah, like the old adage, the New York fish slicer adage.
Could you show that off for Luke in the camera there, just so we can see? Oh, actually, one of the slices that you cut. Yeah, because it's just nice and thin, so it's just easy to.
Yeah, so it's like you can see the light through it. You know, the thinner you can make it, the better it's going to taste.
Most people are putting that on a bagel with some cream
whether
cheese,
it's a
or
bagel
like-
with cream cheese or whether it's your salad, eggs in the morning, you know, like eggs, lox, and onions with pickles.
Do you make the bagels too?
I don't make the bagels. I get the bagels from two ladies in Beamsville. It's called the Bagel Oven. And it's a phenomenal bakery. They make a very classic Jewish bagel, right? It's a grandmother's recipe who's, you know, very old school kind of a taste to it. And I find them that perfect kind of like right in between New York and Montreal style bagel, which, I mean, Hamilton is in the middle of New York and Montreal, so it's a Hamilton style bagel.
Cool, amazing. And then, so these are the different kinds of fish that you have, right?
That's right. I do two types of salmon. This is a lemon dill crusted salmon and a pastrami crusted salmon. Pastrami is, of course, a spice mix.
Okay, so it's not, you think, meat?
In the vernacular, it
Right.
is kind of the corned beef, right? If you're in New York, you pickle it. If you're in Montreal, you smoke it, blah, blah, blah. But first and foremost, it was actually spice mix. Spice mix is primarily peppercorn, coriander, mustard seed, sugar.
Awesome.
Instead of sugar, I used a maple syrup based on it to give it that sweet and peppery kind of flavor.
And you have a spice one?
Yeah, now these are Ontario trouts. This is a Maryland spiced trout. Maryland is a very renowned seafood place. My spice mix is primarily paprika, pink peppercorn, garlic, mustard seed, and celery salt.
Nice.
I used to, one of the first seafood chefs I worked for was from Baltimore in Los Angeles.
And the purple one?
And this is a beet cured trout. So after the 3 days of curing, I make a crust of pureed beets, make over top of it for another 48 hours, which infuses it with like that very earthy sweetness of a beet.
Amazing.
It doesn't taste like a beet, it's got that earthy sweetness though.
If you could cut some more for us, we'll go to break because you got to come see Joshy. He's downstairs here at Hamilton Market. Open today and tomorrow, along with the Tuesdays and Thursdays. I think maybe we'll try and pair some of this fish with. They go well with fritters. We'll go upstairs.
Absolutely.
We'll go upstairs to the Fritter Shop and come back on Morning Live. Now, only if we had smell-o-vision. So we moved upstairs here at the Hamilton Market into a new spot. We have Chef Matthew with us here, who has opened up the Fritter Shop. How you doing, Matthew?
I'm great. How are you?
Hey, nice to meet you, man. Good stuff.
good,
Okay. A little background on yourself. You're Hamilton born and raised, right?
Yes, born and raised in Hamilton. I love this city. You can't go wrong with that. It's good to be back home, that's for sure.
Cool. So the Fritter Shop it's based in London?
Yes, it is. So, long story. I'm going to tell you about this. So, back in 1989, a great family came by from Amsterdam, Holland, and they basically brought the fritters to St. Thomas, Ontario.
Okay.
It's an over 30-year recipe that they do, and their son Calvin decided to take it the next step further and create fruit-filled ones, and brownie ones, and vegan ones as well. So, with that being said, back in St. Thomas, Ontario, these are super popular and super authentic and super original.
What's the difference between a fritter and a donut?
Oh, that's the thing. So with the donut actually almost originated from the fritter. So the fritter is authentic pastry that is rolled and it's handmade, and it's basically unique. Whereas a donut is basically fried bread, basically. So they add like a lot of different ingredients. Where these are a unique product, different flavors and so forth.
So what flavors do we have here?
So the best thing about this, and what's unique, we have a great flavor guide
Okay.
that says all the different flavors on them. So right now what we have is we have a cherry cheesecake one, we have a blueberry cheesecake.
Which one's the cherry cheesecake?
Oh, this is the
Can you open that up for us?
Oh,
just to
most
see
definitely.
let's see what the inside looks like. Because
Okay. You ready for this?
yeah,
You're gonna
man.
have to eat this.
Yeah,
after.
okay. No problem there. Oh wow. So is that like a custard in there? What is it, Matthew?
Most definitely. So it's a custard that they make. It's a secret recipe that they have. And once again, the cherry and the cherry is locally sourced.
Is it really?
And it's very fantastic. So
Can I?
yes, you may. Yes,
okay.
please.
Oh, and like coming right out of the oven too.
Yeah.
It's so light. Don't mind me. So when did you open, Chef?
So we opened December 5th, just before Christmas, here in the Hamilton Market on the second floor.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah! Look at that.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So we opened,
So back in December?
yeah, December 5th, and then unfortunately we were closed for about 2 weeks,
Okay.
just to do some renovations. Then we reopened up. So now that we're reopened up, we're here 4 days a week: Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays from 9 to 4 p.m.
Nice.
And yeah, it's really good.
Just upstairs at the market. There's
Yeah.
so many hidden gems here at Hamilton Market you don't realize. And like, I know there isn't as much traffic downtown, so try and get down here and support a good Hamilton boy and it's fantastic fritters.
Most
Thanks,
definitely.
Chef.
Thank
Good
you
stuff,
so
man.
much. I appreciate it.
Finishing up our tour here at Hamilton Market on this Foodie Friday with how about some Mexican fare? Yes, and we're here at the Mexican Kitchen back downstairs. Happy to be joined by Paula.
Yes.
Hello, Paula.
Hi, how are you? How are you, everybody?
Nice to meet you. And you're right behind you, so I know that. Mi casa, su casa,
Yes.
which means
Tu casa es mi casa.
is my home is your home.
Yes.
Right? And you got a great little nook here in the corner of the market. It's bright and
Yes.
colorful. It stands out. Every type of Mexican fare you could think of.
Yes, this is a tamal with green salsa tomatillo with avocado.
So I know what you say tamal.
Yes.
As a Canadian, we say tamale.
Yes.
Is that the same thing?
No, this is tamal. It's the same.
It's the same thing. Is there anything inside of that?
Yes, we have chicken and it's served with green salsa tomatillo with avocado.
Oh.
This is very famous. We always sold out this tamal.
You always sell out. Okay.
Yes.
And then this is just your good old-fashioned hard
Yes.
taco. What is
5 years ago, we win the best tacos in Grand City, here in Hamilton. So this
Amazing.
is a beef taco with lettuce, onions, and cilantro.
What makes the taco so good?
My heart. I cook with love.
There you go.
That's the secret.
Oh, what a perfect answer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So not only are you serving any Mexican fare that you would want, it's a little retail store too.
Yes.
So any types of hot sauces, any types of Mexican drinks, anything
Yes.
like that?
Jarritos, and we have water of hibiscus.
Okay. I guess it's been frustrating the past little bit because you're just not seeing the traffic that you might have once seen in the market.
The good thing was that we make caterings for the weddings, so we have money in the account. So for that, we resist and we support the business.
Nice. Okay.
Was
But
for that.
I know downtown there's just not as many people too, right?
Yes.
So we're just trying to promote the market and get people back into the market because there's
Yes,
wonderful.
come in and enjoy for a food warm, made with love.
Is this a coffee?
Yes.
A Mexican coffee?
Yes, Mexican coffee.
What makes the coffee different?
Oh, the taste.
It tastes the beans are just
Yeah.
a little bit different. Are they Mexican beans?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I got some work to do.
And we have jarritos too, very famous. All the flavors.
Is that just a type of cola or pop in
Yes.
Mexico?
It's different because the sugar is very different.
How do you say it?
Jarritos.
Jarritos.
Yes.
All right, I'm working on my Mexican here with
And
Paula.
the tequila is very good.
With tequila.
Yes.
Now we're talking. Okay. Again, Hamilton Market open Tuesday, Thursdays, Friday, and Saturdays here at the Mexican Kitchen. Tacos, anybody?